anymore.
How is it?
We are not done.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
That's okay. I don't care.
How is it raising me with... Okay, so let me make this clear. I have a father. I don't see my father. We're not... that's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
How is it raising me...
She's a natural at this.
How is it raising me when you know if I didn't want to be around you and say we got into a big fight? How is it knowing that, I could go to her house, I could go to my Mimi's house, but, the one, yeah.
We gotta help.
Yeah.
How, if y'all got in a big fight, she'd be able to go to, your friend's house or, whoever, but the one person, her dad, she wouldn't be able to go to him because he wouldn't be there for her.
How does that make me feel, or how does it make you feel?
How does that make you feel? Knowing that she won't be able to, go to a father figure.
Oh, that, you don't have one in your life in general, or just him?
Also knowing that, he wouldn't make the effort to make me feel comfortable.
I mean, I could hold on to anger forever, right? I want to make you old and gives you gray hair and wrinkles and all the things. And then it starts to penetrate your soul and your skin and your energy, and that will block all the abundance that you're having. So being angry at him does not help me or you. I could easily blame him and be nasty and this and that and the other, but what would that do? You've told me before, it's he doesn't even try. Mom, I'm fine. The only reason I ask of you to do certain things is because, for instance, I didn't ask of you to say Happy Thanksgiving. Did you do it?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. But sometimes I remind you to do that stuff because if he were to drop off the face of the planet, die tomorrow, I want to make sure that you don't have any regrets about your actions. Regrets about your actions or lack thereof when you're old. When you're 80 to 100 years old, I'd be oh, maybe I should have tried and seen what was up with that man or this and that and the other. But for me, raising you, I've been in it by myself since you were young. Me, he was working when you were an infant, and so he wasn't really around during the day a lot. And then your grandparents were always there. So I think that we lucked out and we got the better end of the stick. Get rid of him, got his parents instead. And that's way better for me. I don't know why you're asking me this question. I figured you would want to answer it. Because for me, it's normal to raise you by myself. I've been by myself. I mean, you had a great stepdad. I just started revealing to you the things that caused us to unravel, but you thought he hung the moon and the stars. I know you did. So that's how good he was to you. So you had that imprint, and now all you got to do is if you wanted to go to dinner with him, all you had to do was ask, and he would take you.
Yeah, I think for me,
you know what I mean?
I still, my dad's biological parents, we have a really good relationship. But for me, I don't know if, I could go back to his house knowing what he has done to make me want a relationship with him again. Only because, I don't want to say I don't love him. Yes, he is my father. But, I see no connection.
Well, that's because he hasn't tried.
Yeah.
So it's going to be hard for you to form a bond of any kind when the man hasn't tried. So, but you're doing great.
You are doing good.
Mm-hmm. Why are you smiling so big?
What about you, McKenna? That's a good question for you.
I knew you were gonna... I literally knew it. I was okay, I'm waiting. Okay, what?
So, I guess my question is, because you know your biological dad, and you've spent some time with him, and how do you feel with, not towards him, but in general, like with how things are? Because I know you don't know the past a lot. But anytime he's come to town, I'm like, yeah, take her, whatever. And,
Like,
yeah, but I'm crying at the same time, so it's not like that. I'm just like trying to be a good, person, I guess. But I'm glad that he had time with you. But how does it feel like because he doesn't do it as often, but when you were going like once a year to kind of when he came down once a year, you would spend some time with him and then come back home. How is that? Like, did it feel anything? Did it feel weird? Did it feel like I have a dad at home? Did it feel like, why am I doing this? Or like,
Well, I mean, before, like, I think when I went to Orlando with them, right, or something, we did something. Like, obviously, I did not want to go. But he's a great person. Like, he's a good dad. Like, he's like,
yeah,
he's a good
father figure.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But, like, at the time, I did not want to go. Like, but when I was hanging out with them, it was like, but like, obviously, I was like, yeah, I have a dad. He's my dad. Like, because obviously, he never like stepped, like, he didn't, like, he wasn't in my life. He would just give me money. And just, like, yeah. And I take it, obviously, like, but it wasn't like anything, like, I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
It just felt like he was your friend that I was just going to hang out with.
Okay, so there was like no emotional connection for you with him.
No, but his parents are great.
Okay.
Both of them.
Yeah, they usually are.
Yeah. But he has a good sense of humor and stuff. And so it's like, it's a good like communication, I guess.
Okay.
But obviously, I'm like, I have a dad.
Yeah.
I have Yaya. And
Yeah.
like, I already have like father figures in my life, so I don't really I don't have to. Well, I don't have to try to connect if he's not going to.
That's true, because you already have those connections.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, if he wants to, yeah. I already have great people.
Okay. I love that.
yes. Or this way. This way. Can't do it.
Do this still.
Not right.
Let's. You do this.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah. Well, it's mostly.
Yay. Anyway.
Oh,
Got it. That's so cute. That is so cute.
So cute.
One on.
Aww.
All right.
Angel numbers.
Are we still recording? Okay.
So,
I guess.
anything else?
Yeah.
Y'all want to vent?
You want to vent? You want to
Or
tell
anything?
us? Go ahead, Alani.
You wanna-
Look at you.
Lord Jesus, if you go to screen time again. What's up?
No.
What's up, girl?
So here's how I feel about some things you do. Like,
Gorgeous.
I was texting one of my friends, not name dropping, I'm sorry.
Serious.
But so I didn't tell you this before, but he was in my class last year also.
I've heard his name before. I listened to you when you talked to me.
Girl, he's kind of cute.
Cute. I know. He's cute, and I know you've talked about him before. I mean, it's fine. You just think I have short-term memory loss. Unfortunately for you, that's not real. It's actually situational, or I decided to forget what you're talking about. She's like, there it is. Now I know.
The truth is on.
So, I came up to you and I said,
You were concerned.
I am concerned.
But there's not really a feeling there for him. He's just a guy who is my friend.
Mm-mm. See, there's all kinds of memes about situationships or whatever have you, and when they make you smile, and girls and boys are throwing out their phones because that is not a no-no. You're like, what the F is happening? This person is getting to my feels, and I'm smiling.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying to you is, darling, that you are fortunate to be smart, beautiful, tall, and all the other things. Everyone and their mother is starting to watch you blossom. Your braces have come off, like this and that. You're getting a little bit more confident in the way that you dress. So, and you're tall. So people are going to notice. Just be aware of what you're putting out there and you're projecting, because people aren't nice. And it takes a lot to reverse once it's out there. So I'm expressing concern for that. And I know you, like, you've got a great head on your shoulders, this and that and the other, but people love to start rumors about things that they do not understand.
Yeah.
The shit does not have to be true for them to go talk wildly about it.
Yeah.
So that is my concern. Okay.
You said that last night.
Oh boy.
I'm concerned about you and this person. No name. I'm concerned about you and this person.
I
Like,
think
he's
they saw
just
his
a
name when
friend.
you were telling my mom.
No, I didn't see anything. The phone was way too far away from me to see anything. I was just
looking
like,
at the camera. I was like, okay, Lonnie, I can see you.
I was like, bro, like, you just need to chill.
I'll put up one of those like those blocks.
Yeah. No, I was like, you just need to chill for a second, because people do not need any type of facts to start a rumor. They'll just do it on the house.
Yeah.
So
I'll do it on a lie.
Mm-hmm. So if you would rather stay away from all that, then you have to pipe down a little bit, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
So
What else is there? Guys, my birthday's on Monday. How are we?
Okay, go to McKenna first. You go.
What?
How are we feeling that I'm turning 16 on Monday?
You look like. I feel so excited for you, because especially she's getting her license before me, and so she's obviously excited about that. I'm just happy that she's going to be able to have more freedom, because obviously we talk and she tells me stuff, and I can just tell she needs some freedom. Not even from her mom, just to like look at the world and just like.
She's a Sagittarius.
Yeah. Just go to the beach, park the car. I get it. That's why I'm moving back to the beach. I get it completely.
When are we moving?
Oh, eventually. I don't know. I understand, honey. I really do. I need to go outside. How do you feel about 16?
My turn. Oh, wait,
No,
why?
your daughter just went through 16. How do you feel about Lonnie going through 16? It's
How
fresh.
I feel?
Yes.
It's
Freshy fresh.
I think it's great. Because again, freedom. Gigi's like, what the hell? What do you mean?
No, it's not that. Like, I'm like,
It's not even about freedom.
I think it's the wrong word.
Yeah, it's not freedom. It's being able to have her own time energetically,
Like, if
to
you
do
need
what she wants to do with it, in her own way. And that's the freedom I'm talking about. It's not like let go, let loose, I'm sure she'll do that, but in her own time.
There was a thumbs up on this.
I guess what I'm confused about is this. Who's funding all this freedom?
Okay, we'll get there when we get there.
I hear you.
This is what's in the head.
Yeah, both of y'all are so cute. Unfortunately, I live in the world that I have to live in.
Talking about the question.
Yeah. No, I get it. What do you mean? What were you talking about?
You said you get it.
I thought I got it, but then I was like, wait a minute, I saw her face. I don't get it anymore. What does you mean, ma'am? What you
All the
mean?
questions. We're just going with the flow, talking about how we're gonna not getting. That's not what I mean. Going out.
Yeah, I think that a lot of me thinks because I've had to do both roles, I think like a mom and a dad. So the mom part of me is really, I get it. That's cute. The wanderlust thing. You want to go just vibe out, listen to music, go park the car at the beach and just walk around and do the thing, or even stay in the car and listen to music. Whatever. It doesn't matter as long as it's not in your house, right? So I get what you're saying, but the father part of me is like,
No.
how? No, it's not no at all. I'm like, how are you gonna get there? Because I'm not paying for it. Like, if you run out of gas, you run out of gas. I'm not putting gas in the car. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a lot of stuff that I don't want to crush your dreams with. But I think a line, like, I want you to walk both paths. As I'm walking both paths, because I want you to have both. But I think that's where you and I get stuck to begin with. Is that I want you to have both. and you're only thinking about one.
I think also,
I think that's where we get stuck, just in life.
I understand that. But also, I'm like working on applications, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm working on like pursuing what I want to do with my with the market. But like also, how is it dealing? How is life dealing as a mother and father all in one?
Oh boy. So this summer, my trusty handy dandy sidekick, aka Susan.
That was you. Was I there this summer?
Oh yeah, we were in Tennessee and we were outside trying to shoot our podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was livid with you.
With me?
With her.
Oh.
Remember?
Oh yeah, because I was like,
she was being hard-headed. Her hard-headed was showing, and she was blowing her opportunity.
Yeah.
And I told her straight up, I was like, you're blowing it. Like, I have been here. I know what it looks like, and you are currently doing it. So you got to fix it. You got to go in there and apologize. You got to go in there and ask for help. You got to get your tail between your legs and go do your job. But I was fuming. So, of course, I called my therapist. So my therapist told me, she's like, listen, in this era of her life, you're going to have to be 3 different people. You're going to have to be a coach. You're going to have to be a mom. You're going to have to be dad and whatever. And you're going to have to announce these people to her so that she understands, which one is coming out right now. So, I love, McKenna, that, you recognize that you have all these players available in your house. I love that, because some kids, I think that if you were to talk to them right now, they probably be like, oh yeah, it's my dad, whatever. You know what I mean? It's very whatever. It's not like how you're talking about it. So, Alani, it becomes extremely difficult for me now that you've added this other thing, because I have to coach, and mom wants to be mom. Sometimes I want to take a bath. I don't even have a bath. You know what I mean? I know, but that's gross. Not because you are gross. I find it gross. So I even own, but and then dad mode is I need to make sure all paper's correct. I need to make sure it's going to continue to sell. I need to, yeah. And then the coach person, and I'm the only thing that I can coach you on is what I do best is grow companies and growing brands and all that stuff. And that is what you're becoming. So and training people, because that's all I've done professionally. I'm watching, having to watch you do that stuff, and sometimes be quiet, sometimes get on you. I think it's just as hard for you as it is for me. I think you're oh my God, who's that person? Blah, blah, blah. And sometimes I forget to tell you who's coming for you. But I think that I'll probably, okay, so that's number 3 thing I got to work on is announcing who's coming for you in 2025. My coach is coming for you today, or your business person is coming for you today, but it's hard. It is ridiculously difficult. I think that's why people say single parents, whatever, father, aunts, grandparents, whoever is the single guardian that's taking care of a kid or multiple kids, kudos to you, because there isn't anywhere else to fall on. It's you, and also you arguing with yourselves. That's how my life is 24/7, is I'm constantly arguing with myself about what the best thing is to do for you. And wondering if I'm doing okay. And then occasionally you prove that I'm doing okay. So, yeah. It's hard. What's it like for y'all?
are having a sick parent?
No, watching it unfold.
What do you mean?
Because I get to hear it sometimes from you, but McKenna, for you, what's it like having a friend like that? I'm sure, you go to your parents and yo, she just did this. And not that I care, it's just, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to counsel her. So how is it like for y'all?
I mean, we're just, because whenever she does, she, when something happens, she, doesn't stop me on it. And it's obvious, too, when she texts me about it, because Lonnie, just take a break, try to stop thinking about it. I mean, because sometimes I ask, I don't know what to say, because I don't know.
Yeah.
And I know my mom is But I mean, it's just like, ugh, I feel bad because, you know, obviously it's not easy to, because like having to be with someone, I'm like, every time I think of it, like, I cannot like hang around them. Because like y'all are around each other so much that like, I'm like,
Both faces like,
It's like, damn.
no, but y'all are around each other so much. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, you too.
yeah. No, that's when we looked at each other like, yes.
All the time. All the time.
Something to add to that, like why I'm always so I'm not like not excited that you're going out, but like I'm excited that you're sorry.
Nice.
I have really bad ADHD, so whenever someone says I have to look.
Yeah, that's okay.
So like I'm excited for her to go experience the world because she's always like with me doing my volleyball, doing my workouts, being a videographer, doing like the mommy stuff and like just there experiencing her child like go through all the walking, the talking, then getting into what she loves, going through high school, going through like
you want her to have her own little life.
Oh yeah, sure.
And get out of yours.
yeah.
No.
Well, no, but yes. It's like go experience stuff. Be a bird leaving the nest.
Go be a bird.
Lord Jesus. I am a bird, I promise you. I promise you I'm a bird. I might be a pterodactyl, but yeah.
I see that.
Yes. What about you? You didn't answer. You gave me the mic. Like, what's it like for y'all? Like McKenna said, she's like, sometimes I feel bad because you guys are always in your space, like in space together. But we're also not a lot. Like, when I travel for work, I'm gone for 2 to 3 weeks a month.
Yeah, that's when she misses you. That's when you guys miss each other.
Yeah, that's fine.
That works.
Mm-hmm. But what is it like for you, like watching all that go down for the past like 15 years?
For y'all?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Exactly. That's right. There you go.
I mean, it's interesting because, like McKenna said, not a lot of it, but some of it can trigger me into like when when she's like, oh, Lottie's going through this, and I'm just like, and I know the feeling because of what I went through, but again, I don't know her feeling because it's what I went through and not what she's going through with you, and so I can only imagine, and so taking myself out of that though, I just feel like you guys have grown up so much together, not just separately, like separately too, together, and especially the last couple of years. I know you guys still have your ups and downs, but that's normal. You live together, you see each other every day. Y'all are gonna have issues, but like with you working so hard before, you didn't really get to have that one-on-one time with me. And I think that took some out of her because, again, like not having that fatherly figure was like she only had you, but at the same time you were gone a lot. So I know it was hard on her, and so that's why you tried to rally your friends a lot around, and it was hard because we were all so young too. We were all living on survival. But now I feel like because you've done the work and you've been showing her some good things as far as who you are, who she can become, and you let her fail. I think that's good, but it's been a shit show for sure.
It's definitely been a shit show. I would 100,000%.
But I say that with love because without any of that, then we wouldn't be who we are today. We wouldn't be where we are today.
No, for sure. I mean, it's been crazy. Like, I think for the both of us, like Alani, eventually, when you are old enough, you'll understand what kind of pterodactyl you've been harboring at your house. But I know that you have an inkling. I think your friends are more like your friends are more willing to show you than you're willing to see. I think.
Yeah.
I do okay. I have fun when it's time to have fun.
Yeah.
I work a lot around you, so it may not seem like I know how to have fun. But I don't feel it necessary to take time away from you to go have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You've never really not. No.
I'm not really done. Like I used to do that when you were little because I would work so much. I worked a lot of hours before. I used to work like 60, 70 hours a week. You don't remember this, but yeah. So so I used to like drop you off and like not want to pick up my phone. But yeah, now I balance it out. So like yes,
It's a lot better.
it is a lot better. I definitely know how to go cut loose or whatever have you. But I definitely don't feel like taking extra time away.
And I will say, I've learned a lot from you two because the closeness you two have, I always wanted with McKenna. And you guys actually mirrored me on how to have that with McKenna. Because because of just how things were, I was able to see you just kind of push through situations and attitudes, whereas in the past I was hard because I was so fixated on it. And so I was able to do that with the help of you two in this journey because shit's crazy.
Yes, we are very cuddly. We are extremely cuddly as when we are ready to cuddle. We are very cuddly.
Yeah. McKenna won't cuddle with me though. I get too much in her space.
Yeah. I do that too. And then she gets mad at me. She'll be like, I want a hug. I'm like, don't touch me.
I'm like, why?
Yeah, don't touch me. She's like, fine. I was like, well, I'm fine. But yeah, that's how, I mean, y'all don't see that stuff and we don't talk about it, but I often irritate her because she'll be ready to hug time or whatever have you. And I always make her hug time. She's like, listen, what do you mean you don't want to kiss me? What do you mean? I'm like, no, I gave you like 5 kisses yesterday. I'm not giving you any more today. Look at her eyes, though. Her eyes are everything. What else, girls? Anything else?
All right. Well, do you guys want to do the send off?
Do you guys want to say deuces to the audience?
Bye. We are Feral 2.0 out.
Perfect.
You guys would say something different?
That's good.
I love that. I love that.
That's cute.
All right, y'all. Thank you for listening so much. We are grateful that you stuck with us through this episode. Get here. If this traffic would let up, we will get there faster. But anyway, we love you.
Love you.
You take it.
Oh, okay. Until next week. Bye.
Bye.